People of faith, let's take another walk. I got a couple questions to ask. Which is most powerful, money or words? The second question is it entertainment or enlightenment that compels you? Of course, I ask a third question. Are you hurting for money, or is money the problem that you're having? If money is the problem that you're having, or you're hurting for money, you haven't begun to hurt, nor have you begun to see a problem. If money is more powerful than words to you, you haven't begun to see power. If entertainment in, compels you more so than enlightenment, you are stuck behind a wall. And this wall is a voice. And the voice is fear. Fear will only allow you to see what's in front of you. For the most case, that will be the five physical senses. And that's as far as you can go. That's where all the trouble is. The trouble is where the physical realm is. Why? Because the physical realm is compelled by death. Or the physical realm has the consciousness of death, which means it has an end result, has a time stamp, is not eternal. That gives it a death sentence. It's one thing for the mouth to say, I want to see more, I want to be more, I am more, in comparison to the action or what takes place to be more, to say more, or to live out what you say, or to live out what you be, or what you claim to be. That all goes from the transformation of the spirit. If the spirit is dead to fear, it will only be what it knows. And what it knows is by the five physical senses, which which means it has a death sentence. It's not eternal. This is why, if the very height of persons or accomplishment is gaining a lot of wealth or gaining a lot of power or the accolades or the praise of men, if that's the very height of success for an individual, they are stuck behind fear because they can't see past the natural realm. They would try to do different things illegally to go past the natural realm, but nonetheless, they are stuck. And if they are able to go into the spiritual realm or go past the natural realm, they have entered through an illegal portal, or they went through the spiritual realm illegally, and more likely they have contracted forces from that demonic world, or that spiritual world. That's if you get in there illegally, then you are considered a thief. You snuck your way in. What do you expect to obtain? You expect to obtain things that are good. If you went through a place that you wasn't naturally welcome, you violated, you trespassed. consent of the authority, what do you expect to obtain? For most of us, this is how we live. This is what fear drives us to. This is what fear compels us to. This is how we are in the natural realm. You have a death suit, so you're only going to go or enter into places where death is welcoming or gives the invitation. But if the soul thirsts or desires to be more, it will have to receive a higher authority, a different order of direction. And this is that portal, of course, of Jesus. And Jesus came to offer what? Eternal life, which means it will be of the opposition of the life of death, which is where fear is, right? And that will be the voice of fear, which is death. And the voice of life is truth. Why? Because truth sets you free. Truth is not by the knowledge of or the consciousness of, or even to the extent of what the five physical senses are. For example, if the person is basing or have based their knowledge or on what they can see, what they can touch, what they can taste, what they can smell, what they can hear, they are still stuck behind the death suit. That realm, the physical realm, is you only can go so far in the physical realm. You only can go like the region or the radius that you will have within the natural in the natural realm is very small. Now, the majority of mankind is in the natural realm, or listen to the voice of fear, which means that they are following the death suit, right? You don't want to be separated, which means you don't want to be more, so you become what? A follower. But this fulfills the statement or the saying, misery loves company. Misery can't be by itself. It's torment. Misery calls when it wants something, and what it wants is the company. And once it gets that energy from that, once it withdraws that energy, it immediately denounces the presence of that existence or the host of that energy. Why? Because it lives in fear. It's in constant torment. Which is easier to believe? That an amputated arm can be, we would call miraculous or a miracle, can miraculously be reformed, or that you can get $1 billion. That's the extent of what compels you, the entertainment or enlightenment. All right, people of faith, you are the blessed. Let's be the blessing. Let's keep walking.